Hello, 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 and welcome back to Spoonie Games and part 8 of Cooking Companions, which might be the last one, as we're going to see what happens in New Game Plus just quickly. Welcome to New Game Plus mode. This playthrough will have different dialogue, events, and decisions to make. Alright. Then we'll start with 3 hearts. Use this opportunity to max out your relationships. We highly recommend you create a manual save right now for this short playthrough. Okay, it's going to be shorter. Unfortunately, she will be unable to max. Sorry, thank you for playing. I almost forgot. Jump scare mode activated. Just kidding. You can feel someone approaching. Wake up. I said, wake up. Didn't we do this before? I can't keep pretending anymore. Always merry. How could I be? I was the last to die. You try to reply, but instead, having a coughing fit, cough harder. I can see your jugular vein popping. Pick your last words carefully. I don't find fruit intimidating. I'm going to ruin that other eye of yours. Don't look away. Look away! Oh, was that it? Okay. Maybe if we say sorry? Is Potato leaving the cabin? Yes. Fantastic. Follow through with this commitment. Be social. Don't slide back into old habits. Italy, Gregor, I'll keep us alive. I promise. Everyone watches. She leaves the cabin. Silence is deafening. Alright, so it starts from here. So this is why we can't max her out. So the next to go is Antley. Of the 3 go to bed, you finally have the opportunity to use the bathroom. Candlelight brew out. You grope deeply around the floor until you find a flashlight. Oh yeah, we're doing this good. I don't know. Time to surprise the others. Take out a cutlet of meat and begin to cook it in the oven. Cooked meat. Where did you get that? You ignore Corinne's question. What's that smell? Gregor finally gets off the couch. Where did you... The 3 of you looking at you salivating. We took the charred meat out of the oven, cutting it into small pieces. They immediately grabbed some off the plate, chewing it furiously. Do you have any more of this? Explain how meat is stored securely hidden so you can ration it better this time. I understand. Thank you. Natalie. Natalie runs to the bathroom, puking in the toilet. You can hear him sobbing for a few minutes. This taste is... Gregor wanders off. Natalie returns, looking choked up. I left you some meat. Don't fight us, Antley. Antley takes a cutlet from the plate, turning his back to the group as he devours it. You can hear him crying. Finally, my focus is coming back. Going to read some of those books. Keep them occupied, okay? Green leaves you with the men. Who do you want to talk to? Right. So yeah, that was that save up there, but I wasn't entirely sure. Right, since he's going to be the next to go and we've got to try and stop him, I'm going to talk to Antley. Knock on the door first, Antley. Thanks for checking on me. He asked if he still feels sick. Not anymore, I think it was a mental thing. Please don't tell me where the meat came from. The less known, the better. You nod. Thank you. Sure, you'll remember that. Yeah. We're almost complete and utter buddies in here. Give Antley and go tidy up some part of the kitchen. Hours passed. The meal gave everyone the perseverance to keep going. You can never be satisfied now. Or they can never be satisfied now. We've waited long enough. What's for dinner? Carmel explained that you want to ration the meat better this time. No dinner. Fine. I understand. Guess I'd rather eat tomorrow than more today. No arguments. Perfect. If one decides to call it an early night, you fall asleep instantly tonight. On a full belly of yummy, unknown meats. You have a strange tea. The river seems to be on fire, glowing eerily in the early moonlight. Morning light even. Man on horseback is I can't get words out. Is staring at you from the other side, blowing his nose into a handkerchief. A rickety bridge is the only way to reach him, so you decide to start crossing it. The bridge immediately sinks with your weight, causing the rotting wood of the post to crack. The wind pushes the bridge from side to side, the fraying ropes cracking with each gust. As you reach the centre, the man on horseback smiles at you. Let me guess, he cuts it. Raising their hand with a handkerchief, he brings it down in a violent motion, causing the bridge to disappear beneath your feet. As you fall into the river of flames, you can see the man on horseback galloping away. You wake up in a cold sweat. Just another one of those fantastic dreams. You wake up to see Gregor looking out the window. He turns to you, not smiling. Take a look out the window. Do you notice anything? The floodwaters have receded a little bit, but everyone is still bound to the cabin. The trail used to be completely visible. It's gone now. Good morning, big guy. Oh, you look lovely this morning. I think we should have another piece of meat for breakfast. It's what she would have wanted. I think he's right. Please bring us more of them meat. Grab some of the meat from your secret hiding place. You cut it into squares, adding it to the boiling cauldron water. It will taste bland without seasoning, but you need to serve it up right away. What's taking so long? Boil it faster. It looks almost done. Patience. It's finally finished. You serve the meat in bowls. Gregor drinks the broth first before swallowing chunks whole, like a duck does with eating bread, until he creates ripples in the broth using his spoon he isn't eating. I'm sorry about earlier, everyone. I don't know what overtook me, but yeah. Until he begins to weep. Look over at Kryn. She's loving life. You didn't notice her even start to eat. It's just an empty bowl now. And she looks pissed off. Kryn is staring right at you. How much more meat is left? Explain how most of it's gone bad. This is the last of it. Gah! How could you be so careless again? You remember Kryn's knife. You need to think fast. What the hell are you supposed to do now? Wait around again? The storm isn't ending. You clear your throat. Antley, yes? I think tomorrow you should look for or forage for plants outside. I think you should go tomorrow, little guy. Nobody else can identify edible plants like you. Please, Antley. You can swim back after a few hours. Gregor's right, Antley. Maybe you'll find her out there. I think she's fine by herself. He still hasn't accepted what's happening yet. She doesn't need anyone's help. But we need your help, Antley. That's right, Antley. Please help us. Let me sleep on it. Okay? No problem, little guy. Everyone shovels off to their rooms, reading books and knitting to pass the time. Go to bed ravenous. Something is approaching. It's Potato. Time to wake up. You ask Potato where the trumpets are. Cabbage, onion, raspberry and bread. They've moved on. Just us now. The way it's always should have been. Didn't we say that we were going to get rid of Potato? Your mind finally manages to forget everything that happened. You fall asleep again, still ravenous. But if I don't get to talk to him again, I'm not going to max out his hearts before we throw him outside. You have a strange dream? You're walking down the steps when you trip and fall. You snap every bone on the way down, landing in the basement as a writhing pile of flesh and bones. The whispers surround you, their laughing or laughter ringing in your ears. You wake up in a cold sweat. Man, you have some bad dreams here. Something smells terrible in the living room. Antley puked in one of the corners. You leave it there so the others will question his fortitude. Good morning? Good morning, little guy. Well, Antley, what's your decision? I barely slept last night. Her whispers came through one of the holes in the floor. She kept telling me to come outside. We don't want to rush you, but one of us puked last night. So that's what the smell was. Antley is playing dumb for the group. Antley, my patience is wearing thin. You have 1 hour to make a decision. But why so quickly? Because I'm not waiting any longer. You can see the glint of Kryn's knife under her dress. Best to watch out for the knife. The group disperses. Tension seems to be rising. You have 1 hour to kill. What would you do? Now we got to shadow him. And hopefully that will max up the heart. Until he looks pale. Thanks for coming over. At least seems comforted by your presence. Part of me wonders if I've messed that up. Can't you get 2 hearts from doing this? Because we've just saved it there. Alright, so I'm going to talk to Gregor now. Hey, thanks for cooking the meat earlier. I was nearly passing out from hunger pangs. Well, this seems happier. Even if I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy, I appreciate the vegetarian dishes you made earlier. You really respect Maria's boundaries. Thank you. Gregor is more dense than you gave him credit for. If there's extras, slip me a little more meat. Okay? Gregor, remember that? Right, that's your heart gone up. Hopefully chatting to Antley the next day, we'll get 2. So that'll him maxed out. He should be easy. And then that just leaves Corinne. You have the bedroom all to yourself. Or do you want to check for... Oh, we can actually check stuff. It's inside the night. There's children's toys. What's this? I didn't mean to click that. Another body of a child has been discovered within the city, which remains stuffed into a barrel full of potatoes. Oh, is this potato, literally? Cause of death was identical to the earlier victim, with significant blood loss due to multiple stab wounds to the stomach. This marks the 4th victim of the butcher in less than a month. Take the newspaper. Okay, so skip forward. Skippy. Right. Now we're going to speak to him near the basins. Because this is... Yeah, right. Hopefully... we don't mess up. We should be able to get enough. I really don't want to drown outside. But at least I won't have to hear her tormenting me anymore. You know what's in the basement, don't you? Yes. Of course you do. How else would you keep us... until he looks like he's going to puke. Please get away from me. Until he leaves your vicinity. Looks like, remember this? Everyone together for a meeting. Oh, is that the only one that doesn't give? Because, yeah, I'm sure the other ones you get 2 hearts. Okay, so... which was it? So yeah, we'll just do that. Oh, because now we got max heart, we can say, I'm here for you. For thank you. Saying the cabin is messing with my head. I feel so lost nowadays. When I was 6, my father asked me to put flowers on the grave of our dead dog. That dog was very special to him, helped him find food during the war. When he came back injured, he brought the dog to meet my mother, who was pregnant with me. He truly loved that dog. I carried a vase filled with flowers with me into the forest and took a left when I should have gone right. I was lost for one full day, wandering through the forest, crying and panicked. I foolishly skipped breakfast that day, so I was desperate at that point. I tried to, but I couldn't recognize any plants to eat. So I tried eating some random plant I found in the woods, but I upchucked all of it. I was humiliated when I stumbled back to my house. I'll never forget my father running up, worried, and I was still holding the vase with the flowers in it. My entire shirt stained with puke. After that experience, I studied obsessively my mother's collection of foraging books, so I would never starve in the wilderness again. Thank you for absolutely everything. Enid, calling everyone together for a meeting. So we able to stop in this time? Antley, you okay, little guy? Antley looks pale, like he's going to pass out. Antley, have you made a decision? Yes. I'll help you all out. I promise. Thank you, Antley. Big tears roll down Gregor's cheeks. I'll miss you, big guy. I'll miss you, little guy. Thank you, Antley. I know this wasn't easy, but it's for the best. Corinne. Yes. Aye. Gregor looks at you expectantly. Did you want to say anything to Antley? You say nothing. Oh, you still can't stop him. Aye. Goodbye, Antley. Goodbye, everyone. Good luck, little guy. Okay. See you soon, little guy. Guess all we can do now is wait. Good night. Wait for the meat to arrive. Grin goes to the bedroom to sleep. I didn't tell him the truth. Goes getting choked up. I didn't tell him. Missing him already. Gregor curls up on the couch for the night, turning his back to you. You go off to prepare the meat. You shut your eyes, quickly falling asleep. You hear a scraping from the floor. The red-haired woman won't let him live, will she? Too ravenous at this point. The more she consumes, the stronger she gets. At what cost, though? Sometimes all you need to do is shut your mouth. The trumpets never would have listened to this chap. You fall asleep thinking about what Potato told you. You have strange dreams. It's laying on the table in front of you. You take off the glasses first, practically cracked, and set them down next to the workbench. Working the saw, you wrap the cuts in an old newspaper. Some of it gets soggy immediately, so you begin drying the cuts with a towel before wrapping. Much better. You hear something approaching, so you clench your fist and get ready to strike whatever comes for you. You wake up in cold sweats. You wake up in a completely different place. Did you sleepwalk or just doing your nightly meat gathering? Everybody's still asleep. This will be a nice surprise after yesterday's event. You decide you cook breakfast for everyone, cutting each slice fairly thin. You brown each side in the oven. The smell is unique. Corinne runs into the kitchen. What is that smell? Give it to me. Now. You don't argue. Corinne grabs a cutlet, burning her hands before bringing it to her mouth. Ugh! She hungrily devours it, barely chewing. She grabs another cutlet off the plate and eats it. Thought she was concerned with rationing. Gregor wakes up from the couch and heads to the kitchen. Oh God. Already. Gregor looks conflicted, but he succumbs to the hunger. They always do. Gregor eats his food in a few bites, carefully grabbing a second cutlet. The tears start streaming down his face, but he doesn't make a sound. You join them in the meal, quickly consuming the meat on the table. I can think straight again. We'll be out of here in no time. No need to ration anything now. Corinne is sounding more determined than before. I'm going to lie down on the couch and try and keep this food down. Gregor calls onto the couch, turning his back to you. Corinne leans in to whisper. I'm glad those two are gone. They were stopping us from bonding properly. How did you get so good at it? You tell Corinne. After one bite, it just made me feel whole again. Even with the nightmares, it's worth it. It took a few nights, but I fought back. And now it's all I can think about. I read the books on necropsy. The text is ancient, but the diagrams are beautifully drawn. Very descriptive. How many years did it take you to perfect the craft? You tell her. Yeah, right. They used to tell me that you weren't funny, but that's not true. Sorry about that. You've grown on me. Corinne pauses, deep in thought. You know Gregor can't swim right. He'd be the next to leave, but he doesn't stand a chance outside. They always seem to come back right, in one way or another. Why wait for him to come back? Corinne hands you a vial of liquid. I think you know what needs to be done. This is a strong antiseptic. Don't ask me how I found it. I want you to sip it into Gregor's mug tonight. This is for the best. He won't feel any pain until he wakes up. All you have to do is stand back and let me work on him. The request is beyond extreme. Will you do this for me? Can I get a heart for agreeing? Why don't you do it? I need to psych myself up for what's next. This is my first time and I want it to be perfect. No. Fine. Save it for a rainy day. Have everything set up by the couch. You don't have to watch. Strength should be easy to apply for him. This seems worse for the guy. Alright, what if I say nothing? Okay. I knew you would. Thank you. She's learning. She'll remember that. Oh, that does get a heart. Yay! Gwen hands you the vial of mysterious liquid. You add it to Gregor's mug. Gregor, it's been a while since you had some water. Come drink with us. Gregor looks frightened. Can't stop thinking about the little guy. I can't even remember what happened before we arrived. It just never ends. I miss those two. Let us toast to Antley and Maria. They'll always be inside us, Gregor. Can't change that now. Gregor begins to weep. You're right. We're having it raw tonight, Gregor. What? Eating raw meat is one of life's great gambles. Get sick, or Gregor slowly puts the meat in his mouth, ignoring the smell. He swallows each bite with a wince on his face. Trying not to be sick. I'll never forget the first time I met Antley. We were kids. I was chopping firewood outside the house. Antley brought me over a butterfly net filled with them, introduced himself and asked me if I wanted to hold one of the butterflies. I'd never held one before. He told me not to crush it between my large paws. He did have miniature hands himself, so I get it. Okay, what did you put in this water? Would you do anything to save your friends, Gregor? Of course. Gregor's eyes start to droop. What the hell was Corinne's liquid? I think it's best you have an early bedtime tonight. Let me help you onto the couch, Gregor. Yeah. Thank you, Corinne. Gregor passes out cold. Thank you. I'll do the rest. Even if he screams, please ignore Gregor when he wakes up. Okay. You don't want to interrupt Corinne with this. You leave her alone, go into the bedroom and crawl into bed. Antley slept in. You fall asleep almost instantly. So I'm not sure how to get Gregor's hearts up, unless you've got to do it on a different playthrough. Wake up, sleepyhead. Ah, that's not creepy at all. You were having a nightmare. Gregor is waiting for you. You get out of bed and follow Corinne to the couch. Well, he already looks dead rather than the whole conversation you had before with him. Gregor? Okay. I think he's trying to speak. What is it, Gregor? You tell Corinne that Gregor has died. He hasn't spoiled yet. Let me show you the rest of him. Corinne shuffles over to the basement door, unlocking the lock with the knife. Why wait until she's in the basement? Take back the knife and end her life. Explain how difficult it is to get blood out of the wood. Your laziness is unbelievable. The minute those four entered the cabin, you should have killed all of them. You're getting soft. You nursed a weakened butcher back to health. What if she ends up killing you now? I brought you the key. When she goes downstairs, lock the door behind her with that deadbolt. Then let her rot. Corinne, Potato, might have made great allies in another life. We need to stop her before it's too late. You walk over to the basement door. Where's Corinne? When are you fixing this hole? You can feel her breath coming through the crack in the door. Yay! What the hell are you doing? Goodbye, Corinne. She slips into the darkness. You climb onto the couch to rest, waiting for the basement noises to become silent. Right, I want to know. So I'm going to save this. And I'm going to load that last one. So say, okay. Leave Corinne alone in the kitchen, crawl into bed and fall asleep instantly. So, is he going to be screaming? Does he still die? Right, he's still dead. Okay, so if you say no, fine. Save it for a rainy day. Have everything set up on the couch. Don't have to watch. Strength should be easy to apply. Gregor's strength is fierce. Gregor, hi. Hi, Corinne. What are you doing? Untie me! Oh my god! This will soon be over, Gregor. Stop, stop. Oh. Gregor has turned silent. Leave her alone and go into the bed. You fall asleep almost immediately. Creepy face. 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah. So anyway, he dies. So may as well do this one because at least we get a heart for her. She was correct. It's freezing over here. The frigid air swirls visibly in front of you. Basement noises have completely stopped. What do you want to do? Look under the couch. Lots of cobwebs. Look again. You notice a child's toy. Let it get under. Small wooden boat. That's weird. No ports anywhere near here. Engraved in it. It's that guy's. Maybe Bread would want this. You have to hold on to it. Eat a meal. You wake up in a cold sweat. Alright. I guess I'll look at the bookshelf. There's various books on wide variety of topics. No time to read them. Alright, I guess we'll have a lunch with the not Corinne. She escaped. You wake up in a cold sweat. Wake up, sleepyhead. You are having a nightmare. Yeah, lots of them. Oh wow. The sheets are completely soaked. Are you wetting the bed? You feel underneath you. Gross. You must have broken a fever because the sweat is everywhere. Don't worry, we can wash them in the basement. You just unlock the door and we'll make it a day of it. You're not that slow with laundry. Come with me, I have something to show you. You cautiously get up, following Corinne out of the bedroom. The basement door was already open. I'm hungry. Let's get something from the basement. You feel the cold presence of Corinne behind you. Goodbye. Stop. Grab on to the railings. You do so, feeling a slight push on your back. You feel the presence leave. That was a close one. Corinne will try everything in her power to kill you. Tread cautiously down the stairs, or downstairs. Why are you helping me, Potato? Because I pity what you've become. You walk your way down to the bottom of the stairs. Something is approaching. So it looks at the options, because we can pick to spend time with one of the guys, either Gregor or Antony, and then we get the other option afterwards. And with that, we could, I think, spend time with Corinne. There's the only option to max out one person's heart levels through a playthrough. Can you hear me? Been down here the entire time. It's so good to see you again. There's plenty of bread down here. Why aren't you saying anything? Antony's down here. Come have some bread with us. They always try things like this. You're not falling for this one. Why aren't you listening to me? There's bread down here. Loads of it. Fine. Down here. Beware of Corinne. Yes, we know. She is ill beyond repair, and she will rip the flesh from your bones. We'll speak again. You feel her leaving the staircase. You continue your descent. Walls down here, they're dirty with soot. Something is approaching. Antony! Is there loads of bread down there? Oh no, it's Gregor. I'm glad I found you. The rain outside had stopped. Did you hear that knocking behind you? Another trap. Everyone else is upstairs. She was worried sick about you. You took her there about speaking with her. Guess I couldn't lie to you, huh? If you won't come upstairs with me, please turn on the light when you reach the room. I want to see the look on your face when the light bulb turns on. You nod. Thank you. Thanks for letting me lit the bowls clean. We'll meet again soon. Beware of Corinne. You feel Gregor leaving the staircase. You descend deeper into the abyss. I thought it would have gone in order. The air pressure down here feels greater. You're getting closer to Corinne with each step. Something is approaching. Antony, my love, with all my hearts. Oh. Thought you'd still be fending off the glutton Gregor right now. Tell Antony about the meeting with those two. Oh, you don't want to pick onions outside? Shake your head. Guess there's no fooling you, huh? You ask Antony where Corinne is. Below us, waiting to devour you. Down here, the whispers have told me about you. How long did you leave them in there? Beware of Corinne. She'll wipe that smug smile off your face. Why were you so nice to me? Because you were the most pathetic. Goodbye, Antony. See you again soon. You feel Antony leaving the staircase. You grit your teeth and keep going. Right, I'm going to save because guessing this is going to be the fight. Finally hit solid ground in the basement. Something doesn't feel right. You feel around the wall blindly and locate the switch. Found you. Grin's finally surpassed you. Consuming her friends has given her strength. She's lost in the abyss. We need to end that. I hope you prepared for what comes next. You can feel something creeping up in front of you. Hello. It's Cabbage. Hello. Cabbage, what are you...
Cabbage!
Took us forever to move the rubble you put in the mouse holes, or move the rubble. Chumpets, come out. Never fear, Onion is here. Like my cousin Cobra says, I'll rise to the occasion. Sometimes merry raspberry. What lie did you tell them, Potato? That you had moved on? Will you let us go? You shake your head. Someday, maybe. Chumpets? Cabbage! We can't allow Corinne to take over the cabin. She's much worse than you, Stinky. Did you see what she did to Gregor? Unhinged. She's a cut above the rest now. You don't need our help with this, just remember what she's done. Channel that anger. She's just like Potato now, right? I'm still here, Cabbage. And as your punishment for earlier, we're locking you in the room again, Potato. No Chumpet trial needed. You've got company down here, Potato. One of us should hide the key. That's enough. No need to twist the knife. Good luck. Chumpets, let's help out. Chumpets get in position behind you, ready for what's next. You feel around the wall blindly and locate the light switch. Found you. Let's end this. Oh no, we just skip this. Shank! Surprise! Guess that was the life leaving her eye? Maybe. Or is she a new vegetable? Cabbage! Look, he's trying to speak. Cabbage! Don't be try again. Might take a few more days. Welcome to the Chumpets, Turnip. You witness something old and something new. New game plus finished. Okay. So we turn something on into a new Chumpet. I'm guessing there's a slightly different variations if we max out the hearts of people. I thought I already had that. Yeah, because that's there. That I didn't want to save. Title screen. So yeah, that seems to be it. There's probably a little bit extra if you do max out hearts. So if you have the game and want to do those little extra bits, from guessing a tiny change in dialogue, you're more than welcome to. But I think that's going to be it for me and playing Cooking Companions. Let's see, it is a slightly creepy game. There could have been more jump scares, I suppose, of little bits and pieces if they really wanted to get people. But yeah, surely creepy with the faces and bits and pieces that happened, and the whole story of the cabin murderer and cannibal and stuff like that that's been going on for years. But I enjoyed that. It reminded me of Doki Doki Literature Club in a way. But I hope you all enjoyed that. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.